Cowabunga!
How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Cowabunga here, back again with yet another video. So earlier today, EA actually dropped a Madden 23 gameplay trailer. So I haven't played Madden in a couple years. I haven't bought Madden in a couple years. Matter of fact, the last Madden I personally bought was Madden 25, which was way back in the late PS3, early PS4 days. So it's been a while, but I've kept up with Madden here and there over the years. So I'm definitely gonna buy this one for John Madden, no doubt about that. But I am curious to see how the new gameplay looks since they have a new feature called FieldSENSE. So that's what we're gonna take a look at today. So let's get into it by all means. So keep in mind, I'm gonna watch the video together, and then I'm gonna give my very general thoughts. I'm not an NFL expert. I'm not a Madden NFL pro either. So take my word for it with a grain of salt.
With the goal of giving players more control over the games they play, we built a new foundation for gameplay in Madden 23 that we're calling FieldSense. New physics-informed animation and animation branching technology provide the foundation for consistent, more realistic gameplay designed to produce a variety of authentic results on every play.
Okay.
FieldSense affects
Look
gameplay
at
in
Matt Ryan
every
on the
mode.
Colts.
It comes to life in Madden 23 in four major ways through new control mechanics that we're calling Hit Everything, Skill-Based Passing,
Okay.
360 Cuts,
I like that.
and Wide Receiver versus DB battles.
Okay.
In Madden 22, you can predict the outcome of a play based on the animation that was
You
triggered.
can say that about
Thanks
a lot
to
of Maddens.
FieldSense, in Madden 23, we can dynamically branch out of tackling, catching, and blocking interactions so you can change the outcome until the play is over. We've
Okay.
captured over 3,500 new animations covering an array of different interactions.
How many did they have
When we say
before?
that FieldSense gives you the control to hit everything on defense, we mean everything. Essentially, this new defensive gameplay approach gives you more ways to make stops from every position on every play. With Hit Everything, you can hit the pile and generally cause mayhem anywhere on the field in pursuit of the ball.
So to pause it right here, it sounds like what they're trying to go for is kind of the same thing that the NHL franchise already does, where it's collision physics based. So like, if three players come together, all three of them fall on the ice, something like that. That's what it sounds like they're going for here. Which I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty good, pretty realistic, as that does happen, on the field in real NFL. So that's a good sign so far.
And since all of the action is driven by physics, you'll see different outcomes depending on the players involved. As a linebacker, you can swiftly evade blockers or blow up
I'm
blocks
about
and
to
pursue
eat
the
this
quarterback.
game.
And with the addition of the new mid-air tackling system, it'll change the way our players defend the passing game. In the NFL, there's no one way to defend the pass.
Okay.
Sometimes DBs play the ball, and some situations demand that you get physical and play the receiver. With FieldSense, Madden 23 brings all that action to life, putting you in control. Force mid-air knockouts at the point of the catch, lay a big hit on a receiver to force a drop,
That makes
push a
defense look a
receiver out
little
of bounds
better.
before he can get his feet down. Hit Everything also introduces a new stand-up tackle mechanic that gives you the ability to control the result of two-man tackles. A defender can
Okay.
hold up the ball carrier
makes
in an
sense.
effort to buy time for a teammate to move in and make a play on the ball. Or the ball carrier can break the tackle to gain extra yards. All of this
Not
creates
bad.
a more authentic gameplay environment where you're actually playing to the very end of
That
every
looks
play.
realistic.
We felt that in Madden 22, while you had some control over ball placement,
You
too
really
much of the
didn't.
outcome was left up to the game and not the player.
Right.
With skill-based passing in Madden 23, you've got the control to put the ball exactly where you want, just like Patrick Mahomes. With this new mechanic,
I mean, like
we're
Aaron Rodgers
revamping
too,
our
but okay.
pass leading from the ground up to enable throws that you just couldn't make in the game before. With just a left thumbstick, you've got the control to put the ball exactly where you want. This gives you the freedom and creativity to really change up the passing game. You can drop throws into tight windows, you can place the ball away from the defensive back, and take shots downfield with accurate back shoulder passes and end zone corner fades to the pylon. You can place the ball on a corner route or drop it in on a deep vertical route, all with the same risk and reward of elite NFL QBs.
So what I will say about that is it sounds good in theory, but I feel like people are gonna find a way to exploit it, like they do with everything else. But that feature sounds good in theory, like to be able to pinpoint where you want to throw the ball. That sounds good in theory, but I'd have to see more people use it. I'd have to see, but it sounds good so far. I can't complain. It sounds good so far.
Skill-based passing is a game changer for all skill levels. In Madden 22, running the ball using the left stick lacked total control.
Oh, yeah.
At times, players would get gradual banking turns versus sticking a foot in the ground and making a hard cut, leading to situations where you just couldn't make a play and pick up those extra yards. The new 360 cut mechanic in Madden 23 lets you utilize L2 and the left stick for more freedom when controlling the ball carrier. Now you can precisely hit the gaps as you see them from any position, whether you're a running back, a quarterback on the run, receiver after a catch, or if you're returning a kickoff or interception. 360 cuts offer total control. In face of the franchise, you can play out your NFL career at one of 5 different positions, including wide receiver and defensive back.
Okay, so I like the idea. I definitely like the idea. I'm not a good run player. Like, it's for me, I always try to run plays and I end up running directly into a tackle or right into my teammates. So I like this feature. Once again, in theory, I like it in theory. However, I feel like there still needs to be a little bit of leeway. Like, he shouldn't, like Christian McCaffrey. Let me go back to it. I think it was, yeah, right here. Like Christian McCaffrey, where is it? I want to say right here.
Carrier. Now you can
yeah, like see this? That doesn't even look right. Like he should have at least got his foot, his ankle, something. Like that's I could see that being exploited too, just like with the skill based passing. But again, it sounds good in theory. It sounds so I'm not gonna knock it, but it sounds good in theory. I just feel like with the right players, this could be easily exploited online or in MUT. So, but I like the idea so far. Like I'm not gonna knock it. Let me go back to the original's point, to the last point.
Your NFL career at one of 5 different positions, including wide receiver and defensive back. And while the new 1v1 battles are available in every mode, this is where it really comes to life.
Yeah, I
New
don't
branching receiver footwork delivers more control when battling with DBs. We've added a whole new suite of wide receiver release moves and open field cuts that empower players to create separation from the secondary. With these new open field cut moves, you now have the ability to get creative and fake out the DB. To counter, DBs have new press mechanics so you can battle on both sides of the ball. How you position yourself as a DB is going to influence your ability to lock up a receiver off the line. We've built this year's game to empower players in a number of ways. We're just getting started with a new foundation for gameplay through FieldSENSE in Madden 23.
Okay. So overall, I would say this definitely sounds like an improvement. Like I mentioned earlier, there are a couple motions in theory I don't really like too much, because I think they could be exploited if the right people figure out how. Which knowing the Madden community is gonna happen pretty fast probably. But it sounds like they're really trying this year for John, since he's on the cover this year. But other than that, I like it so far. Other than that, just my few little tidbits of not complaints, but little worries, things that concern me. But otherwise, looks good so far. Excited to see more. I probably will pick this one up because it's like I said, it's been a long time. It's been, I think, 6 or 7 years since I last bought a Madden game for PlayStation. So I'll maybe not pre-order. I don't know about all that, but I'll definitely pick it up at some point because I haven't played a football game in a while. But anyway, that is my reaction to Madden 23. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.